All right, welcome to Hate Watch, everybody. We're here with the great Ben Avery.
Thank you. You guys said some very nice things about me at the end of the last episode.
I said you were my best friend.
Yeah.
Only because Devan started it. Yeah. And I had to... I do agree. Ben is maybe the nicest man I know.
Oh, that's so sweet,
You're a beautiful
Joey.
boy, Ben. We love you dearly.
I love both of you
I've
guys
always
a lot.
loved you. You're like smaller than me. The chair is lower, huh?
Oh, maybe I'm sitting like a retard.
I don't think people understand how tall you are. What are you, 6'4"?
I'm like 6'4", yeah.
And no one ever, your dad never pressured you to play basketball and shit? Because like I thought he taught like women's basketball. Or
No, he was
it.
much too, far too depressed to be invested in my life anyway. But I took a liking to golf rather than basketball. I burned out on basketball.
Is it hard to play golf if you're tall?
Yeah, it's much harder. It's like skateboarding where it's, you know... There's like no tall golfers at all.
Yeah,
they're all short. They're all
kinda
manlets.
short and stocky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. So I know you think you're like the best producer in the world here, but look at the things I can do. Look at this. See that?
Holy shit.
You see that technology, Ben?
Nah.
You can't do that.
You ever figured that out before? You've never done that before.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Here I'm thinking I had job security this whole time.
No, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna quit Lemon Party soon and just become a producer.
Oh my god.
You have no idea what I have planned. I'm using you.
I could be replaced by a monkey.
Well, really, you can't have Ben on without.
That's right.
Without
They know what's coming.
you guys know what's coming. We're gonna do a mukbangers row.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I thought about getting... Oh, Joe, did you not know about this?
No.
I actually thought about getting a lot of McDonald's so we could have ate it during the
do
episode.
an actual mukbang.
Yeah.
How about we do it tonight? We'll film it on our phone. Then it could be like Patreon content or something.
I'm down to do that.
Okay, let's do that. Ben and I were already gonna do a mukbang for Lemon Party. We're gonna do it in front of his fireplace.
Don't reveal the end, though.
Oh, okay, right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
yeah. It's a good ending.
Well, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, you'll be a part of it, Joe.
You'll be a part of it, Joey.
Sick.
This is Ben is the guy that I got all my leads from for like the Yankee in the South, and we did a lot here. We did a lot here, Ben. You have no. We've done a lot of like Will and Dawn.
Yeah, Ben's like
Sure.
a CIA asset, except for he's not a source with confidential information. He's just passing you like Will and Dawn,
It's
Joey's World Tour.
It's
There's
Glenn
like
Gary-
an autistic weatherman.
It's Glenn Gary, Glenn Ross, but with fat retarded people that do mukbangs.
I have the leads, Joey.
He has the leads.
Yeah.
ABE, always be eating. So, Joey's World Tour is somebody we've never delved into here. I've been waiting for you. Now, how'd you get into Joey?
Well, Joey's very popular.
He's like 9,000 views. He's not really.
Well, 448,000 subs, and he's been. What blew him up back in the day is his like many retards back in 2010. His Johnny Carson was Tosh.0.
Oh, he got the Tosh approval.
He got the Tosh stamp of approval.
Told
Tosh
him to
waved
come
him over
to the couch.
And I think he did a video where he choked on a bunch of chocolate or something and fell in a sprinkler and was wearing Mickey Mouse ears. But my memory isn't too good these days, but my brain doesn't really see that as precious information to recall.
No, you're writing
at
a
whim.
novel. You're writing a novel.
That's right.
I don't know how your brain even functions.
I'm starting my second one, by the way, as of today.
Congratulations.
Thank you, buddy.
You finished the other one a couple days ago, right?
Yeah, and I sent it to a few friends. One friend really loves it, actually, which is nice. I've worked on it for like 7 months. It's nice that I haven't got any feedback. You work on something for 7 months, you don't know if it's.
You have no idea.
Yeah, and so I got my first piece of feedback. One person thinks it's good.
Well, you showed me like kind of the outline of how you wrote it, and I read some passages, and it was very, very eloquent. And
Thank you.
Well written. I honestly didn't know you had that in you.
Thank you.
I haven't heard anything about it, but just knowing Ben, could I guess what it's about?
Go on.
Okay, so first of all, I think that there's probably a lot of people having sex with cars. I think the main character wears a horsetail butt plug. So far, I'm right.
So far you're dead on. Yeah, that's
Dead
exactly
on.
what it is.
No, that's cool. That's my entire plot that I have for it. It's a guy with a horsetail butt plug fucking cars.
There is a furry in it.
Oh, really?
A dead furry.
See, I was kind of close. He dies?
No, yeah,
Spoiler.
Just a dead furry. in like the first like 40 pages.
Oh, they find a dead furry.
They find a dead furry. Yeah,
I gotta fucking send this to you.
hanging from a tree. In fact,
I'll say this from what I read and what I know about it. It's definitely like only Ben Avery could have written it.
yeah, and I don't know who that will be for. Like
You're underestimating. You're underestimating yourself. You're underestimating how many people are also fascinated by these people. I mean, look at this. You think this guy has 447,000 subs and they're all just like genuine fans? They watch him. They can't wait for him to die.
oh, they hate him.
They're fascinated, and these people they're fascinated like you.
It's a morbid economy.
It's not 448,000 like people that also do this, and they're like, "Wow, he's like the MJ of eating Taco Bell."
Sure enough.
No, they're fascinated on a like an internet level, like you know.
They close their eyes at night, and before they go to bed, they see his face before them,
Neat.
and they're disgusted.
And then they wake up and they hear, "I'm back." All right, let's play a video. What's your favorite video? Because no one on Hate Watch knows who this guy is yet. We've never done him. We've been waiting for you.
So I would like you to type in Joey's World Tour Notebook.
Notebook.
Yeah, let me see if this comes out.
He ate the DVD of the Notebook.
So oh wait, no. Type in Joey's World Tour behind the scenes.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
God. Why is he in is he in blackface? Like, what is?
He always just turns up the saturation on his thumbnails to get more clicks.
I hope he gets canceled for blackface.
What's very interesting about his videos, by the way, is he tries to cover up his uniform underneath because he clearly works at like an enterprise rent-a-car or something like that, or like a budget car rental. Yeah. Click on Joey's World Tour.
This is him behind the scenes.
Yeah, and then
this is 9 years ago. So this is like at the beginning of the journey.
But I think he works at like enterprise, and sometimes he'll put on a jacket, but then like the jacket will come back as he's eating because his size is enormous.
Right.
And you'll go, oh, you're on lunch break.
Right. Okay.
So he uses his lunch break to film himself eating. He's trying to compartmentalize his eating disorder by saying, no, I'm doing a review
and then
for my fans, and I'm making money doing this.
Right.
I don't have a problem.
And then people that rent like the Miata, they're like, how come this smells like a chalupa? He's using all of the cars in the lot. He's breaking all the seats, and he's shitting himself, and he's eating.
He's got a cheesy gordita crunch hanging from the mirror. That's just air fresh.
And he's buying GoPros like a snowboarder would buy them to film his tricks. But instead, he's simply eating nacho fries.
He's the only guy buying a GoPro to eat.
He's the only person buying a GoPro for eating.
And
purposes.
he's writing to corporate, like at the car rental place. He's writing to corporate, like, we need a bigger diversity of snacks in the vending machine in the break room. This is a travesty.
He's eating the GoPros and shitting them out, and then he like shows everyone the footage like it's Osmosis Jones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Him in the break room, by the way. Imagine Joey's World Tour as your coworker. God, I hope someone please reach out to Devan if you know where Joey works.
If you
know
in the
someone who's
same
a
city.
coworker of his, where you're like, dude, like imagine you get hired at enterprise rental car and you just in the break room you're turned around just getting a cold glass of water at your hellish job, and you just hear you just turn around and it's Joey's World Tour.
I gotta see one of these. I've never seen.
Oh, you've
this.
never seen any of this.
Never
You
seen
know,
any
by the
of
way,
this.
every day everyone that works with him has to stop him from putting like Crystal Light in the water jug.
Yeah, in the 5 gallons.
He's always like over it, like it needs to be a little tastier, and they're like, Joey, get out of here! Go sell a fucking Kia. All right, so this is behind the scenes of Joey's World Tour.
Yeah, so this is one of the saddest things I've ever seen.
Hey everyone, it's Joe from Joey's Super Cool Food Reviews. I figure this is the behind-the-scenes look on how I do it.
Can you pause it real quick?
Of course.
I don't want to do any backseat driving here, but from time to time I'm going to do the annoying thing of reaching my arm over here.
You're here to do that.
Okay.
Okay?
How many views does this have?
God, this little gem right here has 250,000.
Holy shit!
So here is the saddest thing I've ever seen, just to set up the ethos of Joey. And he's giving us a behind the scenes here. Like, here's, my cup holder. Here's my whatever. I'm sorry. What
He's
were you
got
going to point
a
out?
Jack in the Box cup. And I feel like Jack in the Box to him is just like, he treats Jack in the Box like AM PM. This is like a gas station stop for him.
He buys his groceries.
He buys his groceries at Jack in the Box.
Yeah, he goes into a Jack in the Box with a grocery store like shopping cart.
Yes. And he goes, just throw some tomato slices in the cart.
He brings out a list in his shopping cart. And they're just filling it up.
Can you guys like undo a Whopper and just throw the ingredients in the cart?
Just put the meat.
He goes, I'm cooking tonight.
So this guy, press play here because I'm just gonna look how sad this part is right here.
Okay, and these are obviously like he has like documents up on the dash of like it's like from his like
oh no, behind the scenes for him because he only films himself eating in his car. Behind the scenes is just turning the camera the other way.
Yeah,
that's all he's doing.
There's just court like legal documents on the dash, like the state of Wisconsin versus Joey's World Tour.
He's being sued by the state
for mental damage. Okay, here we go.
And here I have, these are all my subscribers, and as you can see,
subscribers. He ate
when
the
I
bee.
get, I write down every new subscriber I get, and this is from June 5th, and as you can see, I write down every new subscriber that I get.
We can see that,
and you know, it's a lot of work, but I appreciate everyone.
Yeah, you're like a coal miner.
He wrote down the name Megan Fox, and I wonder if he thinks it's actually Megan Fox.
I love her in Transformers.
he just jacks off to the name Megan Fox. That's like porn to him.
It's just the name of a woman.
A woman's name. He just writes Sarah, and he pulls his cock out, and he jacks his flaccid dick, and then he probably eats his jizz.
He's just eating his cum. The fact that he every time he gets a subscriber, he writes their name down in a book is just. I mean, you remember that? You know that anime Death Note, where the guy is visited by that evil spirit from the other world, and he gets a book where if he writes someone's name, and as he's writing their name, he imagines how they'll die, and he can kill people in his life that way.
Yeah,
Joey's doing a version of that, but it's so much more sad.
Yeah,
it's so much more like evil.
Yeah, no, this is like 7.
yeah.
This is something out of
He's
7.
Kevin
Exactly.
Spacey.
Yeah.
What's in the Jack in the Box? It's 7, but it's just the number 7. Like he's gonna have
the Jack in the Box?
This is, I mean, when I saw this for the first time, I couldn't believe my eyes. But I think we need to just show probably Joey what Joey kind of does.
Yeah.
Because you can't really do a behind the scenes of a movie you haven't seen.
No, right.
So I think just go to, let me think of a disgusting thing he ate recently. Just go to Joey's channel and we'll just, every video is the same. Every video, he eats something in his car. He makes really stupid, it's not even dad humor. It's like.
No, they're all the same, but we need to show Joey, not Joey's World Tour. We need to show Joey, like, just how it's just, he is the worst of all of them.
Yeah, he's bad.
Actually, I don't know. Him and Nick Ocado should have, like, a fucking, like, battle royale.
No,
So I like him a lot more than Nick Ocado so
horrible.
far.
Well, you haven't, that was him humble in that video.
Okay, well, let me see him at his worst.
Here's him, like, okay, let's do Wendy's new Italian mozzarella chicken. This looks like a good one.
It's all the same shit.
Okay, it's Joey
wow.
from Joey's World Tour.
Oh, shit. Wait a minute.
Okay,
This is
also-
a little bit of a different intro, actually.
Here's something that I want to break down here because I think I've just realized something. These mukbangers are this guy and Nick Ocado. They're latent homosexuals. They're hiding their homosexuality and they're filling it with mukbangs.
And why do you say that?
He's gay.
Is it because
Joey's
he's so animated?
I can just tell. He's just gay. Yeah, I don't get. It's like
it's pretty gay.
They've been like they have parents that wouldn't accept them being gay or something. They come from like some small, closed-minded town, and they got on the internet and they fed that hole in them with food. And now there's something here. There's something about it. They're gay.
Mukbangers are all gay.
Yes. And instead of fucking men, they're filling their butt like they're I don't know.
So some gay guys fill their holes in different ways.
Oh my God!
Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. He's filling his holes. He probably shoves these Whoppers up his ass. He probably fingers his asshole while eating a mozzarella sandwich from Wendy's.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
No, you know what I mean, Ben? Isn't there kind of like Nick Ocado's gay?
Yeah, Joey to me is just he's not really a sexuality. He's more of just a shape.
He's asexual, yeah.
It's more of a it's a mathematical thing to me. It's like geometry. He's
genderless.
I'm looking at the border
formless.
of him. Yes,
Sure.
He's like the abyss before God created the heavens.
So if you look at like the symbols of all the genders, like you know how there's different symbols for like shit now.
Oh, well, there's always been because in Austin Powers,
Yeah,
right?
there's always been that shit. It's like whatever. His is just a big fat guy.
Yeah.
It's just a big fat guy from Wisconsin. Wherever
His gender is fat.
His gender's fat. He has no gender.
His flag would just say you're fat.
Yeah,
if he had a flag of rights.
Yeah.
But this is a different one. He's usually not driving. He's usually just. Can you actually click on another one because it's bothering me that he's trying
driving.
to mix it up here?
Yeah, I don't like the driving. It's like it's a little too much exercise to see.
I don't like knowing his foot is moving.
KFC. This has 3.4 million. KFC's Nashville hot chicken.
Oh God. Yeah.
Should we do this?
Yeah, sure. Click on it.
You say 3 million?
3.4 million.
Food reviews. I'm back. How are you doing today?
That's his catchphrase. Is I'm back.
Okay.
Joey, what if your parents named you Joey because they love Joey's?
They're huge fans of
Joey's World Tour.
KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken's new Nashville hot chicken. Everyone, I'm a Chickenhawk. Anyway, so
Jesus.
it's got.
Well, okay, hold on,
what's a
pause.
Chickenhawk?
Okay, Chickenhawk is an adult man who wants to have sex with young children. I swear to God, you can look it up right now. It's a weird subliminal thing that he leaked that.
Ben, what a
Do you think
beautiful
that's-
mind you have.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
There's a documentary called Chickenhawks. It's beautiful, and it's about older men that are in
it's
favor
used
of
in gay
marriage of
culture
children. Yeah.
to denote older males who prefer younger males for partners.
Yeah.
Did you find that out from watching this and you looked it up, or did you know that?
God, I hope not. I think I just had previous knowledge of the documentary.
I just said he's gay.
I know. Yeah.
And he's using coded Pizzagate language.
It's like a dog whistle for pedophiles.
He goes, oh, the chicken hawk. He can't even refer to the men he wants to fuck unless they're named after like a food. Chicken. He has to be like, oh, you're like a drumstick.
His role play is all like food based.
Going out to the club tonight. Can't wait to get my hands on one of those sloppy joes. He's just talking about like a black guy.
Yeah, he could be. It's very possible he's a gay pedophile.
He is gay, and the pedophilia we'll find out about later, maybe in 10 to 15 years.
Well, it seems you're creating your own reality now, Devin. Is that wherever you look, there you are. You said it 30 seconds ago, Joey's a gay guy.
Benjamin.
And then he says in the opening of this random video we clicked on, he's a Chickenhawk.
Yeah, so I'm right. I got it right.
Did you
fact that
foresee
you
Kobe
knew-
dying? Or, I mean, are you doing all this?
No, I never saw that. I think now Kobe gave me the powers to identify a big fat gay man.
In Kobe's death, this gift was the trauma was so great.
It's not all bad. I got a skill.
It was the equivalent of you being struck by lightning. Essentially, was Kobe dying in a helicopter crash. Essentially,
Yes.
Now you have this strange gift.
Now I have a weird gift where I can now quickly identify whether a guy is, gay.
This is making me
Profile
think.
fat queers.
Dude, that is crazy. I just said he was
It's
gay.
making me rethink you,
were kind
as a
of like,
person.
you were just kind of like, I don't know about that. And then he says coded gay language.
I see weird serendipitous things all the time where I see I'm thinking like the other day I told you I was thinking of Jay Leno in my head.
Yeah, and then you saw him.
I literally looked up and he's standing in front of me.
That shit keeps happening to me all the time. Okay, here's a weird thing. This is strange. Let me put this off real quick. I watched this movie. I was leaving after we did Lemon Party. I was leaving your place. I was driving.
Last night?
No, this was like 3 weeks ago. And like before I came over, I watched this movie Captain Fantastic with Viggo Mortensen. And
Oh, is that where he says the N-word and he got in big trouble? I'm pretty sure that's the one where he tried to academically use the N-word.
I've seen it and I don't remember that.
I don't
But it
think
is-
so. I
hold
don't
on.
think so. I don't think there's a big N-word scene.
I'm
in that
sorry.
movie.
This is the movie where he's raising his kids to
They
They all live in a
unleash,
bus and they live in the middle of nowhere, and he
He
like
raises them gay.
he basically he raises them to be like get the shit kicked out of them when they enter the workforce. But anyway, his son in that movie is like one of the main characters, and it was just weird. I was just watching it, and I was like, that guy's such a good actor, and I had seen it before, but I rewatched it, and then I go to your place. We do Lemon Party.
That kid is good.
He's really good.
Yeah.
And then I'm coming back. I'm driving through Koreatown, and I'm at a stoplight, and this guy walks in front of me, and I'm like, that guy looks so fucking familiar. And then I'm like, wait a minute, is that the fucking Captain Fantastic kid? And I roll my window down and I'm like, hey, are you the guy from Captain Fantastic? And he was like, of course, British. He goes, oh, yes, I am actually. Yes. And I go, dude, I always like compliment people even if I didn't like his performance. I'd be like, you fucking rock, dude. You deserve an Oscar. I was just like, dude, you're fucking awesome. You're great in that movie. And he was like, thanks, mate. Thanks. And then he just stood at a stoplight and looked over at me for like a minute, and he was like, all right, thank you. Like,
Devan is way too comfortable saying stuff to celebrities.
Dude,
and it's always the
he's a star
fakest
fucker.
He's a star fucker, and I've seen this.
I'll compliment anybody.
No, he's one of our fakest friends, let's be honest.
I'll compliment
He
anybody.
is.
If
And
I met Donald Trump, I'd be like, what you've done for this country is just unbelievable.
I watched Jurassic Park with him, one of the new Chris Pratt ones, and just the whole time he's like, what a piece of shit movie. Like, this is the biggest. Like, what a hunk of shit.
Yeah, he goes, the art has betrayed us.
Yeah.
I'll never watch a movie again.
Because the dinosaurs suck ass in that movie.
Which one? The newest one?
All the new Jurassic Parks, it's like pathetic. It's like a video game.
But then the
first Jurassic Park's still way better.
So then, like, days later, he's
Ben,
stuck.
have a beer.
He's stuck. He's in an elevator. Days later, he's in an elevator with Chris Pratt, and he goes, I think he said something like, your talents, like, you're so special. He's like, you're an entertainer like we've never seen.
I was delivering food to the Universal lot, which you and I both did many
you were in an
times.
elevator.
I was in an
right?
elevator with him, and there was like all this scaffolding. They were doing all this work, and I made like a joke about the scaffolding, and he like laughed, and then I looked over, and I was like, oh shit, that's like, that guy looks so familiar. I was like, oh, that's that Chris Pratt guy. And then when we got out, I'm still a loser, but when I had nothing, anytime I was around anybody that had any pull, or like, not like personally, like celebrities.
Yeah,
It's like, it's just funny to me. I always had this thing where it's like, maybe if I fucking make them laugh, they'll like just be like, hey, yeah, take up the $100,000.
Yeah, you have that fantasy in your head you've had since you were a kid of like, Kobe's gonna break down on my street and he's gonna need a glass of water.
Yep.
And, then he's gonna
you've
he's
heard
gonna
it
move
many
in.
times, yep.
He's gonna move in and we're gonna share a bed together and we're gonna have sex.
For the listeners,
He's gonna get me pregnant.
I would have loved that. I would have had Kobe's kids. I would have become trans, and gotten surgeries to like have Kobe's children. He needed a guy. He needed a boy. Let's be honest, and I could have given it to him. But I've always had that type of fantasy. Yeah, I used to, as a kid, I used to before Lakers games, I would have this fantasy that he would drive down my street going to the game, and he'd like get a flat tire, and he'd like knock on my door and be like, "Hey, can you help me?" And then I'd help him, and then he'd be like, "You want to come to the game?"
He walks inside and he looks around and he goes, "Oh my god, I'm about to be murdered." It's just covered in Kobe like memorabilia.
That's what's so fun about you is you're so stupidly optimistic and hopeful, yet life is just beating you down like nobody I've ever seen. It's amazing you're not like two-dimensional just from life, just backing up over you and pulling forward again and backing up and pulling over again.
You're right about that. I should teach a class on how to be happy, and I'm just go like, you just got to drink through it.
Band-Aids.
I go,
you just got a Band-Aid.
Life is going to just keep hurting the people you love. Nothing will happen that you want, and there's a trick here. You listen to music, you watch Goodfellas, and you get fucked up.
As a life coach, you go, just keep lying to yourself. Poison your body. Escape this reality into another one. It is funny to think about you now with Lemon Party. Yeah. Because now you got something kind of going okay for you.
Ben, this is all I have.
And
Lemon Party's all I have.
Now it's funny. Now if you ran into, like, we're going to run into Tom Hanks at the bar after this, you'd be like, I have Lemon Party. You can go fuck yourself. I don't give a fuck who you are.
That is true, because back before I had anything,
now you have something going on.
If I met Tom Hanks at a bar, I would like kind of try and charm him. I'd try and take like Chet's spot and be like, come on, like, why don't you put me in the wheel over Chet?
Yeah, come on, Chet. I don't have face tattoos. I don't rap.
I'd be like, come on, Chet's an embarrassment.
Yeah.
Dude, I got to see Devan around an actual famous person now.
Dude, every
to see him, just tell him to go fuck themselves preemptively.
Well, here's the thing, though. I honestly... I'm joking about the whole like thinking they'll do something for me. That was like always kind of in the back of my mind. Like I met Anthony Kiedis as a kid, and he like liked the way I played basketball, and he like complimented me, and like kind of became like a weird friend. My friend on the team, his dad was friends with Anthony Kiedis, the Red Hot Chili Peppers lead singer. So he would like come to games.
He's dead, right?
No, he's alive.
Oh, okay.
He's alive and well. No, he's a mukbanger now. And I used to see, after I met him a few times, and I was like, oh, he likes me. Like, that guy knows who I am. And I was a huge Red Hot Chili Peppers fan. I would see him at Lakers games get interviewed, and in the kid brain in me would always be, like, the desperate kid brain would always be like, I'd always be waiting for him to mention me. Like, I always thought, like, he'd be getting interviewed and then he'd be like, yeah, it's a great game tonight. And also, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the talents of this young kid I met a couple weeks ago. Devan Costa. He's an amazing basketball player. He's 11. And he's incredible. I just want everyone to know his name's Devan Costa. And I literally had moments of delusion where I'd be watching on TV at home and I'd be like, man, he
I missed it again.
Damn,
man.
he just didn't talk about me again. You always leaving me out.
I think I've done that before, where I delivered food to some famous person, and then they had an interview on something, and I'm like, I wonder if maybe they're gonna have an anecdote about some guy who's really cool who handed them a Pokeball.
Because you had a moment for a second, you made a joke, and you always kind of wonder, like, maybe he'll mention me on Kimmel tonight. It's kind of...
He's like, yeah, this guy handed me a Pokeball, and he said, beautiful weather today. Like, that's his whole anecdote he brings. That's his whole anecdote he brings to the late night with Jimmy Fallon or whatever.
That's literally what I would
It's just some guy with a swollen face who's clearly an alcoholic, who looks much older than he should. A weird, dangly, slender man guy crawled up my steps in the Hollywood Hills with a Pokeball presented like this. Beautiful weather today. And then I just go back down. And like a freak,
George
like a
Clooney.
tarantula.
George Clooney's on the Tonight Show, and he's like, yeah, I met this young man. He offered me a trunk beer.
Now, by the way, if you I'd be afraid to compliment Chris Pratt. He'd turn him in the elevator and say, you love Jurassic Park. And he goes, oh, would you like to learn more about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ?
That's why I thought that. Well, now...
He's the only guy around I'd want to talk about show business with, because the other categories you go into, he's awful.
He's really unfairly treated.
Isn't he like a... What is his
religious.
deal?
He's average. He's an average religious man.
Yeah,
like,
but
he's Christian. Blah blah blah.
But he goes to church and stuff, and like the gay way, right?
Yeah, he like does it all and shit and whatever. And that it confuses me.
You have to be if you go to church, you have to be an intellectual, because that's the only way you can make it interesting for me. If you're a dumb guy who goes to church, I don't want to hear anything you have to say about God.
You only respect Norm Macdonald Christians.
No, I respect like Jordan Peterson Christians and stuff. I was just listening to Jordan's thing on Exodus on the way over here.
Really?
Yeah.
What does he say?
Well, he's sitting around with a bunch of, because Ben Shapiro just puts him in rooms with Jews now because he's on the Daily Wire.
Yeah.
And they just talk about Judaism and it's Jewish professors and stuff. And all of my neighbors are Jewish, so I've been learning more about the Torah. I think it'd be cool to convert, by the way. Not to go off on too many tangents.
Just to like see what it's like.
I kind of...
You just think you'll wake up the next day with a bunch of money in your bank account?
Yeah, I'm going broke rapidly right now.
You're like, I'm going to convert.
One of the reasons why I did start Lemon Party is I got to make it to the end of this lease. And I'm sitting here and I'm going, I got to become Jewish, damn it. And then maybe the stars will align. No, but you know what I am? I'm from talking to my Jewish neighbors who have taken me in, are lovely people. I go over for Shabbat and things like that. I would love to meet a rabbi, because they tell me stories of these great rabbis that can predict the future and give them great and mysterious advice.
If they could predict the future, how come they didn't see the Holocaust coming? I mean,
that was a misstep, I suppose.
I guess they were just sleeping in that day.
Their powers don't work every time, I guess.
The rabbis can communicate with Yeshem.
Okay,
and then and then it comes down, and then they whisper in Ethan and Joel Cohen's ear. They're like, "Do make no country for old men." And then they go do it.
Fargo.
Why do you think all their movies are so good?
Yeah.
A serious man. Make it. I got it. Play Jefferson Airplane. The beginning and the end. It'll make Jews cool.
The problem is the exclusivity of the thing. But I would love to sit down and speak with a rabbi. But I think they can only speak Hebrew as well. Also, if you get to the Hebrew translation of the Old Testament, it's...
Wait, you think rabbis can only speak Hebrew?
No, I'm not...
Like they're unable to speak English?
I don't even know if they're allowed to speak English.
Well, yeah, I don't know if
they're not allowed.
They are. There's a ton of English-speaking rabbis.
No. There's
How do
many
they
rules. They only speak Hebrew, and then when they talk, they do this. They have to rock back and forth, which I have in common with them as an autistic man.
Yeah, I've seen you do it. Yeah.
I rock for a living.
I mean, they have to speak English here and there.
Oh, they do.
No, obviously they do, but like it's their secret. I wouldn't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into your home if it's a Spanish-speaking household and make everyone at dinner speak English.
Right.
I want to go in slinging Hebrew like crazy.
I hear you. Did you ever have what are the holidays called?
Which there's a bunch.
Hey, dude, it was whatever. It was
Ben's
one of
getting
those.
invited to Shabbats.
I
Did you
did.
go to a Shabbat?
No, I didn't go to a Shabbat.
didn't go to
I
the
did the
thing?
one where we all drank Manischewitz at my. I had a Jewish friend in high school or in middle school, and I went over to his house, and it was a big party. And we all read the Torah, and then drank like really sweet wine. And I was like awesome because I was like 13 and I got to drink wine.
Was it a bar mitzvah?
No, it wasn't a bar mitzvah. It was like
There's a lot of holidays, man.
There was
I never
another
know.
one. There's a fuck. We used to like it used to be like recognized at our school. I don't know. Whatever.
I would just become Jewish for the days off.
Yeah.
It's every week they have a new holiday.
Yeah.
Where they're all
They
off
do
for
have
something.
A lot of
They're
holidays.
constantly-
Their Christmas is 8 days. They kick ass.
No, throughout the whole year, it's like if you have like a real Jewish friend, like it's just a random Wednesday, and he's like, no, like I'm staying in bed all day. I have to put icicles in my pants all day.
Their holidays are just staying in bed. They're like, we've cooked up 45 days throughout the year where we have to just nap all day and watch movies. Yeah, it's brilliant.
They're like, sorry, it's a big Jewish holiday. I have to complain all day. But yeah, anyway, so
Sorry to get into religion, by the way.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
This is what you bring to the table here, buddy. You're amazing.
You guys said such wonderful things about me. It was really nice.
Yeah, it's all we mean it. You know,
I didn't mean mine.
Well, Joey did his for a comedic effect.
No, yeah. What did we say, actually? I forgot.
I was just making jokes about how Ben is the only reason that I have anything in life.
Well, it's true.
after
Oh, yeah,
trying.
no. You were saying, like,
so long.
all of my independent
I
efforts
said I
have
tried
failed
for
miserably.
10 years straight independently, and then overnight, Ben Avery just gets me immediately
No,
heard.
it's, God bless Ben.
He's the greatest guy ever. And also, I'm just happy to
Very nice of you
happy
guys.
that I get to see him a lot now. It's like kind of nice. It's very nice. It's he was
Me
very,
and Devan are coworkers.
we're literally coworkers.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
very busy. I get to sit there and watch him edit, and I do a lot of work. Sometimes I put my hand on his hand and I go, "Yeah, just click that."
It's like the scene in Ghost. Wow.
But yeah, no. By the way,
Are people mad, by the way, on the show if like we go away from something and we're not watching something for
This
a minute?
show's a fucking mess.
no, listen,
Nobody,
Ben,
there's no rhyme or
this
reason.
is the one positive of having a show with like just 3,000 listeners is that they'll do whatever the fuck we tell them.
Nice.
Okay.
I like that.
And I think they kind of like the mania. It's also Hate Watch is for the people. It's for friendship. It's the ultimate friendship show. Hate Watch, we don't let anybody in here unless like we like really like them and vet them.
I've seen like opportunities to have like semi well known people come on the show, and Devin's just like, they don't like. What, doesn't make sense.
I just don't want to. I don't want to meet them on mic.
Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable. I've had to do it recently.
I know.
Yeah,
I
it's
saw
very
you on
uncomfortable.
that wonderful show.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is like you're three types of people, right? You're who you are in private, who you are with your loved ones, and then you who you are in the public space, right? A public space meaning like with strangers out at a party, things like that. And I don't know, man. It's weird to have to. Anybody that could go, it makes you appreciate anyone that can go on a talk show or something and like pretend to just have great chemistry with Jay Leno or something. A guy that just doesn't care about you at all.
It does make you appreciate that, but that's the problem.
Robin
though, like,
Williams getting up and running around the late night talk set and being crazy.
Here's the difference, though, is that those late night talk shows, the guy hosting the talk show, his job is to make it feel very natural and let the person
Make you feel comfortable,
let
yeah.
the person go off. podcasting is just, it's run by just average guys with egos. And so they have people on to help their viewership or to
They won't let you
network.
talk,
but they
they
don't
won't
really
let
want
you-
you to
yeah.
like, they don't want you to like
No.
be fully yourself. They
It's
don't
like,
want you to
just-
take over.
I'll show up, take a picture of me and put me in the thumbnail, and I'll go home. That's all I'm here for.
It could be as easy as that. In fact, we should start telling people if they want like Lemon Party to be on their show, just be like, we'll send you a thumbnail.
We'll send you a photo of ourselves.
We'll send you a photo
and put it in the thumbnail.
and then just be like, oh, I guess they never came. At the end of the episode, just be like, oh, I don't know, I guess they never showed up.
I'll have a white outline behind me of myself that's shaped like me, of me doing different faces, so I can have the white or yellow outline around my body to put in the thumbnail to make it look like I pop. I'll just take a selfie and send it.
Just
send it to people.
it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when we did stand up. We were like, it's just about the flyer.
It's about
baby.
the flyer.
Just get the flyer
That's
out.
all that matters.
No one's there. If a tree falls in the woods and no one there's to see it, did it happen? Hey, if a comic had a show and I didn't go, did it happen? You go ahead and say it happened. It's the same thing.
Get this. I like H. Foley and that Kevin Ryan. I like that Are You Garbage show.
Yeah.
It's very good. But like, if I had to do it, like, what if I showed up and I didn't want to answer any of the questions?
Right.
I can't just leave.
They'd be
Then,
like-
then it's rude. But
Yeah.
like, what if I show up and I go, hey, can I just kind of sit here?
What if you were making a grand point? You're like, you don't say anything, and they go, buddy, that's garbage. They go, dude, not participating on a podcast? I gotta tell you, pal, that's garbage. Aunt Tutty, what do you think about that? It's garbage. He sucks, doesn't he? He hasn't given us anything on this podcast.
Just sitting there.
You're garbage. And you're just rocking back and forth, shaking, going like, you should just laugh.
I would go on Joe Rogan and be very silent. And then he's like, and then he keeps asking me like, what's wrong? And I'm like, oh, I'm really nervous. This is very bizarre.
It's just a
We're
one-word
broadcasting
answer.
to millions of people. I don't, the idea, any thought I have is overtaken by another thought. I'm being too hypercritical. This is very abnormal and inhuman.
I've seen that
almost.
before. You want to know what he does to those people? He gets them fucked up. If you were on Rogan
I got to relapse.
and you were nervous, that would be the one time where it's like it's necessary to start drinking with him. You have to drink his like whatever his whiskey is, or it's like made out of buffaloes or whatever he does.
I'm
He
just
always
drinking buffalo piss.
he
It's like
always has
gun-
like a very special whiskey on the set.
A former war hero made it out of gunpowder or something. Yeah.
A Native American baby pissed in a skull and it got distilled into this bottle. He's drinking it. God, a lot of people are drinking piss on the internet now. It's a big thing.
It's a big
amongst
thing.
the yogi culture.
There's a show at the Comedy Store that my friend Keith Soul runs.
I think this was Keith's idea, by the way.
Yeah, I don't even think these women actually do this.
I think
he
making
forced women drink piss.
He's the new R. Kelly.
Yeah, by the way, do a quick plug. Check out Culture Court at the Comedy Store, run by my friend Keith.
I love Keith, by the way.
Keith has a funny podcast, by the way.
Does he still? I thought he ended it.
Oh, no. Then
He was on one
I
of
guess I've been
these.
caught in a lie.
Keith was on one of these. It's a Patreon, I think.
I
back
thought I
in the
saw
day.
Keith was doing. I saw on Instagram he's doing a podcast, and I saw a clip of it.
Oh, maybe he does a
Yeah.
new one now. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, there's a show at the Comedy Store that Keith runs, and
Makes women drink piss on
a
it.
lot of the women that are on it, they're doing this thing called piss therapy, and they like drink their own urine, and apparently they these hens think it's helping them. It
Well,
does
Leono-
something.
Lyoto Machida used to drink his own piss, and he probably still does. Champion MMA fighter, Japanese man, half Japanese, half Brazilian, and he.
Yeah, well, he was trying to like win fights like for his life. He wasn't like drinking piss so he could have like clearer thoughts when nagging his boyfriend.
Yeah, that's just his reward in Japan. Is he gets a glass of piss.
Yeah.
Every time he did his chores and his homework, they give you a glass of piss to drink.
Yeah. It's
Your
like
dad
a-
whips his cock out and pisses in a glass in front of you and hands it to you. And you thank him.
He goes, "You think you deserve a real award? No,
You're drinking my
you
piss.
drink my piss.
Oh, it's a very fumry.
Very hard work. You think you need a big trophy? Oh no, you drink of my piss.
My pissery. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to become a piss guy, though. That's where I draw the line.
Why would
I would never. I don't
I'm a
even.
curious
I don't even
guy.
like my own cum. Like when I cum, I'm like, yeah. Like I like run to the bathroom. I like act like my head is like I'm like a different. Like my brain is a different my body. It's not
You
my
jack
body.
off into condoms.
I used to. I used to a lot. I used to go to
What the hell?
I used to go to out of the closet and take handfuls of condoms and jack off into them.
What is out of the closet?
It was like the thrift store that was like helping out AIDS. Or
And
no,
then
not helping out AIDS.
They were
It was a
AIDS
thrift store
supporters.
that supported not getting AIDS.
The first pro-AIDS thrift store.
But yeah.
So yeah, they would.
I
have
don't
condoms.
I don't like this whole free AIDS testing. By the way, I think they should have to pay.
They should pay because we all know gay people have money.
Who's that for? Gay Jewish people?
Yeah.
Just trying to save a buck.
No, these gays
Free
are
AIDS testing.
living high on the hog.
I had to spend hundreds of dollars for every COVID test.
Yeah.
Oh, did I get the channel taken off because I said that word? Because it shows
COVID?
up in it shows up in a fucking thing of
It's a brand new channel. It doesn't matter.
We've said it a
okay.
million times. I
If we get banned, we get banned.
This podcast is going to exist for the next 8 months, and then
So we're just doing the farewell tour of Hate Watch right now.
No, I'm kidding. I want it to keep going. I think it will. I think we'll keep it going. It just depends on our. Honestly, I'll never stop it, but there might be an end to public episodes at some point because it's this YouTube stuff. It's like I can't be myself.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know why I can be myself on your show, but it's just different somehow.
Well, it's because you're playing other people's content and making fun of it and things like that, which I asked you about like a month ago or so, and then this happened.
That's the whole point of the show.
I
It's
know.
called Hate Watch. Like,
I
whatever.
know.
And then you watch these other shitty documentaries on YouTube, and they're using tons of other people's content. Like, so I don't understand the difference.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like we don't know what's allowed, what's not allowed. You get randomly banned. You get flagged randomly. They don't ever explain why.
Let's test it. Let's test some things right now. Say
it's a fresh
say a couple
channel.
words. We'll try every time, and depending on, we'll just say a couple words.
Go first.
And if nothing happens next week, we'll try. We'll just keep inching toward the line, and then we'll know.
These words. I'm okay with Ben saying this if he plans on doing Lemon Party for the next 20 straight years. If we do Lemon Party for 20 straight years, what's 12,000 a month? What's 4,000 a month? It's like in 20 years I could have like 300K saved up.
That's true.
I can live off that for the rest of my fucking life.
You know what someone told me, by the way? If you put $6,000 a year away in a Roth IRA, you have $1 million in 25 years.
That's all. Every fucking old retard says that.
But also in 25 years is $1 million. What will you be able to buy with $1 million in 25 years?
I also don't like the whole thing of like, if you put it in, it grows, and in 25 years you can use. It's like, I want it now. I don't want it when I have like a bunch of crippling health problems. You know what I mean? Like, I have an IRA that my grandma set up for me back in the day, and it's very nice, but I've wanted to take money out of it for the last like 15 years because I've needed it. It's got like $6 grand in it, and I'm like, and I can't take it out without getting taxed like 70%. So I would only get like $2,000 out of it because I have to wait till.
It's because you have a
50.
monkey brain and you don't understand delayed gratification.
Yeah, you're a monkey.
I'm a monkey brain.
Yeah.
John has monkey pox. I got monkey brain.
God, John is so fucking disgusting.
John called me right when the podcast started. By the way, should we call him?
What a disgusting retard
have you
that guy is. He's a filthy retard.
He's so gross, dude.
Let's call that piece of shit.
He's so disgusting. He wanted to come to this podcast.
He's such a selfish scumbag, honestly.
I know.
He wanted to infect us. He wanted Joey and I to get the same thing he had.
He sent us a picture of his hand, and it's, God, can you put it on the thing somehow?
Yeah, hold on.
Because it's so gross. And then we were like, no, you can't come. What are you talking about? No chance we're hanging out with you. And he threw a big fit, like we were being crazy. And he has a very contagious virus that melts the skin off your hands.
Yeah, he's monkeypox.
Yeah.
He does. He has monkeypox.
He looks like Jeff Goldblum in The Fly. It's disgusting.
Look at that.
Yeah, he's disgusting.
It's absolutely disgusting. I'm going to put him on the screen in a second. Hold on.
He's so sick though. The man just wants attention so bad that he's like, look, I have a flesh-eating bacterial disease. Everyone has to look at me now. Isn't that great?
It's all for attention. You got it on purpose.
Yeah.
He got it on purpose.
It was a bug chaser.
He went and sucked off fucking Harvey Milk or.
Yeah. I mean, luckily for him, ladies with BPD are really into flesh-eating diseases.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Going at John a little bit. Don't mind if I do.
Look at this. Look at that sick fuck.
Oh,
Look at that hand.
dude, put up the newest one that he sent. It's even worse.
Oh, this is with peeling?
Yeah.
John looks like every guy you'd meet on Craigslist.
And he's just selling you a dresser?
Yeah, yeah.
But he also looks like
A
this?
set of wrenches.
And he acts like there's no problem with it? All right,
Man.
let's call John for a second.
He looks like Freddie Mercury if Freddie Mercury had mercury poisoning. Oh, John. I love John so much.
Me too.
He says some of the most interesting shit. He goes down the weirdest rabbit holes on...
He's the best, but he's so disgusting.
John, you're on the podcast. We're with Ben. Ben and Joey. We were just making fun of you and your disgusting disease and the pain
Can I
you're
tell
in.
you about how hard it is to beat off?
Yeah, no, you haven't yet. You haven't. Why don't you get into that? How hard is it to
So
beat
I'm
off?
like-
Can't you
I'm
give
like
you?
this-
Can you give your dick the same thing because you're touching
No,
it with your
it's
hand?
It's only hand, foot, and mouth. It's not penis. So,
So it doesn't affect
the thing
anything
is,
but the
like-
hand, foot, and mouth.
huh?
It doesn't affect
Yeah,
anything
just
but those
affects
three
hand,
things.
Foot, and mouth. My feet not so much. My hands look like Freddy Krueger. They look real bad.
We've
crazy
seen
thing
him.
is-
We've seen him.
Huh?
Ben thinks you're a scumbag.
What?
Ben thinks you're an attention-seeking, AIDS-riddled scumbag.
I'm attention seeking. I don't know about a scumbag.
He think you got it on purpose to put us to
Yeah.
just talk about it.
Yeah, I got. Well, yeah, no, this is actually my big move. So, my big move is to melt all the skin off my hands, and then then you guys will pay attention to me.
Yeah, because we don't listen to you enough.
Yeah, exactly. But
Well, this is literally what women do on TikTok for attention, is they pretend to have diseases and weird neuroses.
Very
Yeah,
good.
it's
Very
Munchausen
good.
syndrome.
Well, also, John is gay.
You're a gay woman on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm essentially a. This is okay. Real quick, guys. Though it's crazy.
Yeah,
Like, I
real
have
quick.
this new-
That's you. You're always real quick.
John's always real quick.
Enough of what you guys.
John's
are
like, let me just
talking
give you the short version
Whatever
real
you guys
quick.
are
And then it's Anna Karenina by Tolstoy. It's like 3,000 pages.
Did you hear that, John? You're getting hate watched.
Oh, I'm getting hate watched. No, I have this new skin, and everything feels different now. Like,
Does it feel like you're going to make proper decisions and stuff?
He's acting like he's Spider-Man. He's
Yeah.
no, I've got a new
no,
sense.
I'm like Tobey Maguire waking up, but it's like I touch my face, and I can feel every bump in my skin. I'm actually slowly going insane.
You've been in the same room all week, right? And you can't.
Yeah, I haven't had a
your desktop's
face-to-face
still up.
conversation with somebody. What?
Thank you, Ben.
No
just the best producer in the biz just told me
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, he helped me out.
Yeah.
You've been in the same room for a week and a half, and you can't make any of your own food, huh? So you've been spending money on DoorDash food, and
I probably
have
dropped like $300 on fucking DoorDash.
and you have like $700 in your bank account because you've been spending the rest.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe, I got some cones on the way.
He ordered some ice cream cones.
You ordered some ice cream cones.
For John, you ordered him some ice cream?
No, he ordered himself some ice cream cones. He just wanted to tell.
No, he didn't. Did you really do that, John?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
John,
You're ordering an ice cream cone?
You're sick. You're not supposed to have sugar.
I'm watching White Lotus. I'm eating cones.
Are you shitting in a bedpan and eating ice cream like Lieutenant Dan? Is that what you think being sick is? Is getting your leg blown off in Vietnam?
Yeah.
You should watch Philadelphia.
I literally feel like a monster.
Yeah, John, put on Elephant. John, put on Elephant Man.
I'm going back to work tomorrow.
You know what? I'm going to call the health department. You're going to work. You're going to serve strangers drinks with that
It's crazy.
sickness you
I have
have.
to like tell my bosses like, hey, I have to tell my bosses like, hey, like, I can't
Spit it
open
out.
cans of beer.
Yeah.
You know, and like my hands hurt.
They're going to fire you, dude. And you're going to get evicted soon.
I hope my world just collapses.
Dude, you're like, your health is failing. You're going to get fired like next week, and you'll be like on the street.
Your girlfriend keeps breaking up with you too. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, I'll be back on top. You know, I'll get it.
No. John, your life is a terrible dream that you'll never wake up from.
John, have you seen that guy on the Reddit that really hates your guts?
Who hates John?
There's some guy on the Reddit that hates John so much he wants Mark to come back.
I love that.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
There's this guy that's like relentless. He wrote like 3 in a row. He's like, John fucking sucks. Like it's in all caps. He's like, bring Mark back.
I agree. John sucks. No, I love John.
I'll
Actually,
say right now, that guy hates my cum joke.
Yeah, well, you got to stop relying on that. You got to get wittier, buddy. You've been in a real cum-filled, shit-filled place for months.
Dude, I'm a
cum-filled.
That's my thing, man. Sorry.
That's my thing. Well, you're very good at other things. You just rely on it too much.
At that.
What's that?
You know, I'm the best at calling people gay. I'm the best at making cum jokes.
For sure.
You're really good at growing things on your body too.
You're also really Yeah, your skin is like soil for the Earth's diseases.
You're a human petri dish, John.
Fauci's about to turn you into a laboratory. It's going to be the Johnoff lab, and it's just John's body, and scientists are going to stand next to him while he lays on a table.
Yeah, crazy.
John, your body, it looks like you were in a ancient volcano eruption.
John's body's doing its own gain-of-function research.
Yeah.
John's body escaped a lab leak.
Everybody in my jiu-jitsu gym chat keeps calling me gay.
Yeah, they should.
Wow,
you got it from those homos too, by the way. Tell all those dirty queers that you got it from them.
I know, it's crazy. Well, I might have gotten it by like shaking hands with a homeless guy.
Yeah, because I saw you at your bar a few weeks ago. You really think it's really cool to like go fucking like suck the dick of like some like smelly homeless guy. John was literally like, there's like incredibly homeless people that come into his bar. He works at Union Station.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all stragglers. It's like people like, leaving town. It's just criminals.
Incredibly homeless.
Incredibly homeless people and criminals. And there's always a guy that comes in with like his colostomy bag leaking, and he's in like a wheelchair, and he's got like he's a torso.
Yeah.
And he stinks, and he orders like a Modelo, and John feels
the whole bar smells like piss.
And the whole bar smells like piss because
everybody's
there.
saying
Everyone
stuff about
keeps
it.
turning back, like, can this guy move? And then John's like,
tell him to leave.
And then John always goes up to him like, hey, brother man, like, oh, hey, Miles Davis.
Yeah, John talks black to him. He goes, hey, homie.
Yeah, John like goes up to them, he like gets out his whole black thing with them.
He did do that.
You did. I heard your voice change. You had a change in voice. You turned black when you talked to this guy.
Yeah, I go, no, I don't.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you said
did.
something really
Yeah, you
black
did.
to him.
Yeah,
No, he goes, I know these
like
streets are rough, but
he goes, yo, youngin',
I'm
I
like
know these
Lawrence
streets
of
are rough with
Arabia.
no legs, but
He's like, home slice, let me wheel you over to the corner here where we can't smell your piss. How about that?
yeah. So then John like,
That's literally what I did. I was just like, this fucking guy smells like piss. I'm like, hey, buddy, can you go over here? Because I don't want anybody tripping over
but you
'cause he's
touch
a
them. You're not supposed to personally
I didn't
move
touch him. I
them
moved his chair because he's like a
Yeah, with your hand.
with your hand.
How do you
dipshit,
move
and
him?
now you are dying.
How do you move him without touching him? You touched him.
How the fuck do I do that?
You touched him.
You don't. It's not your
How do I move
responsibility
them,
to
man,
touch
without
them.
But my point is, you touched him. You just said you didn't touch him.
I don't know.
You're touching disgusting, diseased people. That's why you have so many diseases and rashes.
Yeah, well, this is my life. All right. And sometimes I gotta
John's so codependent he got leprosy.
He's like,
John!
dude, I know you got fucking leprosy, but like, if meet me at Denny's, like we won't, like we'll sit on the
If you wear a diaper, I'll wear a diaper too.
John, you're so codependent. You're best friends with a bug chaser.
Yeah. No, it's honestly like I haven't talked to anybody in like face to face in like a week.
Who brings you your DoorDash? Who walks it up to your room?
No, I have them leave it outside. Then
You just run down and you run back up.
Yeah.
You better not be touching any of the fucking staircase because you could give it to them.
No,
with,
I had
like,
a little
scabs.
Clorox wipe. I'd touch it with.
Okay, good for you.
What I mean? I grab a little. I was actually being very careful.
So you're going to work tomorrow. You're going to go infect the entire city of LA tomorrow.
John, you can't go.
You really shouldn't go.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bud.
You don't feel sick at all? Your hands are just deformed and your whole
my hands are
body's
gonna be
peeling.
fucked up for like a week, guys.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though is everything I touch feels wet.
That seems...
Well, that's
Well, you're ready to go back to work.
Yeah, it sounds normal for you.
It's weird. It's like everything I touch feels cold and wet.
It's because your skin's growing back, dipshit.
Yeah, my skin. It's all pink and fucking. I don't know.
That's
dude,
what happens.
You
It
know
turns
what
pink.
degloving is? Ben, you know what getting degloved?
Huh?
Ben
You know,
doesn't
getting
care. Ben's like
Getting
on like
degloved.
Ben's on like
Yeah.
Ben's
He's
like making
watching
sports
4chan
bets.
right now.
No, I was just reading some Patreon comments. Sorry, John. I have a podcast
Sorry,
called
John.
Lemon Party.
We have a podcast called Lemon Party.
Ooh.
If you don't get your shit together soon and like really make it worth my while for the next year, I'm gonna leave you in the dust, pal.
John, you can leave me in the dust. I'll fucking burn your house down, dude.
I'll burn your house down. No, you won't. You just rub your hands all over it and give it AIDS.
No need to burn it down. Just touch it.
Yeah, just why don't you touch my house? It'll all start falling
like
apart.
fucking straw dogs. I'm gonna terrorize you.
If you touch my house, it'll fall apart just like your life.
I was fucking... Dude, you know what's funny is a friend actually delivered me a bedpan. Like I would use it. You want? I'll send you a picture of it. You can put it on the Patreon.
Yeah,
That'll be huge.
that'll do what? Dude, the numbers are gonna skyrocket after that.
Listen, you can call me all day.
$20 a month, you can see a picture of a bedpan.
I don't know what you guys fucking want from me.
What a dunce you are, John.
Oh man, you're just the retarded protagonist of a David Cronenberg film. Your life is a body horror movie. It's just some sort of horrible psychological thriller, except you're
All
gay.
hail the new skin.
John, sometimes I think about your life and I think I'd rather be a fly. No.
I can't wait till we can all hang out again.
We kid. I can't wait either. But we're gonna.
Oh, we're never hanging out.
It's
with
gonna
you.
be like about a couple of months.
I can wait. I can wait.
Yeah. How about we hang out with you? Valentine's Day. You really have really put the fear of God into everybody that's ever met you. With
they
your
call
so
me down.
gross.
Dude, I'm tired of this shit.
What'd you say?
If you love me, you'd get. If I'm tired of this shit, you guys. If you love me, you'd get the disease.
If you loved us, you wouldn't want to infect us.
You know how
No,
codependent
if you
of a
loved me,
scumbag John
You
is?
would get the disease.
John first off thought he had COVID, right? He goes, I'm pretty sure I have
And then I
COVID.
thought
He
I
goes, I
must
think
be
I have
fucked.
COVID, dude. And we're like, well, if you think you have COVID, we're not hanging out with you tonight. And he still came to where Joey and I were.
And then he surprised us with like these
And then
hand
he
sores.
starts showing us his hand sores, and he goes like, dude, it's just fucking blisters from a hard day's work. He acts like he works in a coal mine. He goes, dude, it's just fucking blisters. You know how your hand...
He's a
when your-
bartender.
Yeah, you know when your hand is like falling off? That's like from like bartending.
Yeah, it's from picking up a bottle of Miller Lite.
So then he comes,
like 3 blisters.
thank God, and then he made fun of me the whole night for like not touching him, which thank God I didn't because I would have gotten your fucking disgusting disease.
Every day I still wake up and kind
I'm
of look at my
afraid,
hands.
dude. I'm afraid every day.
Yeah.
I'm afraid every day because of you,
Good.
John. We hate you, John. No, this is going to take a lot to come back from. We hate
You know,
you.
honestly, you deserve this.
Why?
Just because.
Yeah. Well, hey, by the way, we're going to all be going to Richie's birthday tonight, and you're going to be left out. So why don't you sit on that with your FOMO?
I can't wait to be left out of Richie's birthday.
Yeah,
party.
we all know you are left out, and you do feel really bad about it. You want to
I
see
feel
everyone
great.
there.
I'm gonna go eat scoops and watch White Lotus. I'm gonna feel good.
Scoops. You're not watching White Lotus. You don't watch anything. You have the attention
I am.
span of a
I'm on
squirrel.
episode 3 right now.
You're a hummingbird.
Is John a guy who watches a movie in text throughout the movie? Does he get on Twitter throughout a movie he's watching?
All he does, John comes over, he tells you we're gonna watch this, and then he immediately gets on his phone.
Hey guys, dude, it's fucking Kingdom of Heaven. It's 4 hours long. It's the new director's cut. It's fucking supposed to be better than Apocalypse Now.
And he has no taste for like he has no sense of timing.
Yeah.
Like it's like 11 p.m. We're coming back from the bars. We're hammered. He's like, dude, we're gonna fucking watch the 4-hour director's cut of Kingdom of Heaven. And you're like, no one's gonna watch this. And he's like, shut up, queer.
It's like fucking Crusade's queer.
The Crusade's queer. Watch it, queer. And then he gets on his phone, and then he leaves 30 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
You leave. John, we're really, you know what? You deserve a beating. You deserve to be bashed relentlessly.
Which one is going to give it to me, huh?
I'll do it.
I will. I'll do it all the time.
No.
I'll whip you to death.
I'm actually a bioweapon. None of you can touch me.
That's a good point.
That is a good point. You are so disgusting, we'll never even see you again.
You're like a skunk. Where like, yeah, if you get too close, we're gonna end up getting sprayed. We're gonna stink. We're gonna have a disease.
Dude, my chest hair feels so fucking weird.
I love that Ben hasn't seen you in fucking years, and Ben's like, yeah, you're a codependent scumbag.
Oh, I just like hanging out with my buddy.
Joey's about to spit out his beer.
I like hanging out with my buddy. Sorry. You know,
We know, but you don't care about them.
He's like, if that's a crime, take me to jail.
care about them, you know?
He has a massively infectious disease. He's like, what's the big deal?
It's not deadly.
Joey, how about we make this a little more real? And we're going to do a Patreon with Ben after this, by the way, so don't act like, I know people are here to see Ben and whatever.
Yeah,
for the listeners that are like, just come on, ask Ben more questions. Is going to be a lot more of these, and we
can do whatever we want.
We can do whatever we want.
The channel won't exist in a week.
It's much longer. Joey, you want to know what John said about you recently?
Yeah.
I would love to hear this.
He called me.
Can I guess what it was?
Guess. First
He's
guess.
going to say that I'm a betrayer and that I...
Yeah.
Is that it?
Somewhat along those lines. He
Like a
basically,
traitor?
A betrayer.
because Joey the other day was like, "Nah, man, you can't come to the podcast." Like, Joey goes, "Send me a picture of your hand," and
Yeah.
John sent it, and his hand is literally on fire.
Yeah. It's the grossest. It looks grosser than ever. It keeps getting worse.
It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. His hand is blood red because all his skin is peeled off, so it's just You just
It
see
looks
the
like
veins in
it looks
it
like
now.
a burn victim.
It's a burn victim hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Joey's was making a much like stricter. He was being a lot more strict about like, yeah, no, we're not. You can't do it.
I was kind of mad thinking about when he showed up with us at that bar.
Yeah, I was already pissed about that.
And then now he's going like, oh, and I'm coming. I'm recording. I'm coming to Richie's birthday. And if you saw the picture of what he sent us, it's the most insane thing ever. So yeah, I was like, no, of course.
And so then
you're
John
not
calls
coming.
me, and John goes, "Dude, fucking Joey, like I'm so sick of him like dictating like fucking our hangs and like what we do." He's like, "You know how many times we help him when he's drunk and shit?" And I go, "Yeah." I go. So then I tell, hold on, dipshit. So then I go,
me being drunk doesn't
So then I go,
put you
being
at risk
drunk's-
of your skin melting
being
off.
blackout drunk's not contagious, you dipshit.
14 billion times.
Yeah, John, he's not contagious.
Yeah, it's just like I stopped listening to you talk.
Human virus.
You're so codependent. You're willing to like hurt your friends. You were willing to hurt your friends, and you're a sick sociopath for that.
No, I'm not. It's fine. Stop being bitch.
You're like the Iceman, John.
It's awesome. No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's not fine. It's only fine to you because you need that.
Yeah, you're being completely insane.
This is the best punishment God's ever given you, honestly.
I'm so happy.
Forced you to be in a room alone and think about your behavior over the last few months.
It's like biblical karma.
Hey, listen, nothing's changed.
Well, we don't like to hear that.
Man, nothing's changed.
Well.
Welcome.
Well, that's why you're not allowed to hang out with
And
us.
that's why we won't see you for the next like 3-4 months. Honestly,
It'll be okay. I'll see you next week.
Well, everything better be healed, and you better have a doctor's note.
I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
So crazy.
All right, well,
your
I
dick
gotta get
fell
my
off
shoes
last
done.
night, and he's like, I can't believe they want a doctor's note.
Well, why would I get a doctor's? I already have one. She said a week.
Right.
You're disgusting, man.
You know, Fauci also said that the vaccine.
Yeah, and you guys are bringing up quotes from the CDC like that's fucking.
I didn't even finish that sentence because I saw my channel being deleted as I said it.
I always stay away from that
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that shit. But.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you in a few months, John. Love you.
See you
Love
tomorrow.
you, buddy.
Have a good
Hey,
one.
by the
Bye.
way, I love the
you too,
Chinese.
Hold on, John.
I love that Chinese bit. I don't know why I'm blanking on the word. The
It was
Chinese
such a good bet
intelligence
that he
asset
doesn't remember it at all.
At the beginning of Gutter Oil?
That's the Metal Gear Solid Gutter Oil.
Yeah, that made me laugh really hard.
No,
on your
okay, good.
podcast, yeah.
Yeah. Check
I gotta
out
come up with new.
John's podcast, Gutter Oil. If he ever wants to do this podcast seriously going forward,
Unlistenable, in my opinion.
he will have to stop doing it. So yeah, enjoy it while you can, John. Enjoy your little bullshit project on your own while you can, because there's gonna be a meeting coming up.
Oh, okay. I'll show up. I'm
big
gonna touch your
meeting,
face.
because you
I'm gonna
gotta
show up
stop.
and I'm gonna immediately kiss you.
Anyway, you need
All
to.
right, I love you guys.
All
I'll
right,
see you.
love you, buddy.
You're
love you to death.
disgusting. Goodbye.
See you. Bye.
You're disgusting. Goodbye.
You make me sick. Goodbye.
Hey, you make me sick. I'm disgusted by the mere thought of you.
Why don't we head over to the Patreon and
Okay.
we'll finish up Joey's World Tour. We'll finish up Mukbangers Row of Joey's World Tour and a little Yankee in the South and all that shit on the Patreon. Patreon.com/hatewatch.
Well, I guess you
podcast.
don't have to stop the recording. We just keep going. You just cut now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never did.
Well, I
that.
kind of.
Yeah.
I
Why have two files?
have to piss.
Interesting. Yeah,
Oh.
Joey has to piss.
Can we take a little break?
I got to piss too.
All
Let's
right.
take a little break.
All right. Ben, you want to plug?
Oh yeah. Patreon.com/lemon party.
There isn't a single listener of Haywatch that doesn't listen to Lemon
Joey R. LaFleur.
That's true.
Joey R. LaFleur on Instagram if you're a hot chick and you want to have sex.
All right. Good night.